Woo. That's a little bit loud. Woo. All right, so who else had fun today? And yesterday. Yeah. Yeah, who watched me escort those guys out? That was great, wasn't it? Yeah, I got all y'all's back. It's all good, and so do these guys. So, yeah. Okay. Just waiting on Josh, y'all. But as we're waiting, I'm going to go around and introduce my youth council members to y'all, okay? First off, for y'all that don't know me, my name's Nikki Germain. I'm the youth advisor over the Florida Youth Council, which are these great individuals right here. They're from 15 to 30, and then I have my alumni members who are 30 to 35. So my alumni members, they guide the ones under them who come in. So that way we keep things flowing right. So I'm going to start at this end right here. This is Serena Whitmore right here. And she's been on the council for 6 years now, almost 7. This is Derek Carraway. He's been on the council for
10 and a half years, I think. November of 2010 was when I joined.
So he's been on for a good while, y'all. He's an OG. He's also one of my alumni. He's been on longer than I've had a job with the cafe. But he's my lead alumni member.
So, yeah.
Yep. All right, so this is Leah Gorman. She is my up-and-coming, she's sort of like a supervisor, going into the supervisor role. She'll be underneath Alex, which I'll introduce Alex in a minute. You got anything to say?
I would have to say I can't wait to see you guys.
All right. And, of course, we would have Josh sitting here, but Josh isn't here. Can somebody call Josh? All right. Oh, yes, everybody just stand up if you can and just, applause the man of the hour. All right, you can start recording. Awesome, thank you. Right here, Josh. Okay, so now I'm going to introduce Josh Tapia. He's late, so he's going to say hi to y'all.
Hello, Josh. Josh Tapia. Hi, everybody.
Take your mask off so they can understand you. And then this is Christina, Waldron. I about said Whitmore. I'm sorry, Christina. You're not her sister, I know.
Hi.
And this right here, this is Brandon White. So I'm going to let him say hi to y'all.
Hey, everyone. It's nice to see you guys. It's been a lot of fun today and yesterday. Can't wait for tomorrow also.
All right. And this is John Howard Baldino.
Hello.
And this is JJ, and I'll let JJ say hi.
Hi, everybody. Hope you're having a great time.
He's our up-and-coming star, so keep your eye out for him. If you get, an autograph, it might be worth some money one day. Just saying. Right, JJ? JJ's going to carry us far, and so are we. We're going to carry each other far. So, this man right here, this is William. Say hi, William.
Hi, bye.
He is a new person on the FYC. This is his first time working the FYC, so you will see him at the Youth Summit, too, if you come there, okay? And this is Shelly. She's also new, and she's awesome. Shelly, do you want to say hi? All right, y'all.
Hi.
That's Shelly. She's awesome, okay? If you need to know any information at our booth, she's welcome to give you a good smile and tell you about it, okay? Right here, if he'll stand, this man right here, he is my left-hand man. That's my right-hand man, and he right there is just my all-around man. And then Brandon is my go-getter. So, yes, so I have, no, you're my right hand. He's my left hand. He's my every whatever, and he's my go-getter. There you go. So Alex, I'm going to let Alex introduce himself just in a second because I got to get to Chevy because you like to talk. So let me give this to Chevy real quick, okay? All right, just sit down for a minute. So this is Chevy Barnes. She is awesome. She's a teacher. So, yes, you want to say something, Chevy? Oh, she don't want to talk right now. Sorry. We're going to just walk away. All right, Alex, I'm going to give this to you. My name is Nikki once again. I am the youth advisor. And if you have any trouble, please find me and I'll be more than happy to help you, or one of these guys will. So, Alex, it's all you, and then you give it away to Christina because this is her session.
Well, thank you, Nikki. Give a hand for Nikki. So yes, as what Nikki said, I am the lead member of the Florida Youth Council, and this is going to be my 4th year on the council because I joined in around 2018. And so today we're going to be discussing getting to know what our council is all about. So basically, if you guys have been to our booth, or we have been, discussing with us, we are a group of individuals with disabilities that advocate for people with disabilities in our community to provide leadership and advocacy. So our mission is trying to at least help spread awareness, try to discuss things that are going on in the disability community, and hopefully that we can able to keep our initiative going by try to help with what we can do as an organization to at least have discussions, have at least a voice for those that can't speak for themselves. So, but I want to pass it on to Christina, because she's in charge, so she's the boss. So, Christina, I'm passing it on to you.
Hi, everybody. Okay, so in the session, we're going to be discussing who we are and what we do every day throughout the year, besides here at Cafe and our youth summit.
All right. Like we said before, we're a group of youth and emerging leaders between the ages of 15 to 30, different spectrum disabilities from visual to physical to intellectual disabilities. We're spread out all through the state of Florida. Like I said, different spectrum of disabilities. What we try to do is get together and kind of talk about the problems that we deal with in our counties, from transportation, education, medical, emotional, whatever's going on in our districts. We try to see what we can do as a group, as a council, to see what differences we can do, what differences we can try to advocate for our fellow disabled community and the voices that are normally not heard in their counties and other counties that we normally can't reach. Want to add anything to that?
Yeah, we're just glad you came, and we want this to be interactive as well. So, we want to talk to you, we want to answer your questions. So, start thinking, and we hope you enjoy the session today. And we're just going to tell you basically a little bit. We're going to give you a little bit about different things we've done in the past and what we continue to do, different projects we've done, initiatives. A few years back in 2008, we actually got a law passed for disability history and awareness that one of my fellow council members will discuss more in depth later. So that's just a little teaser of one of the things we've done over the years. You want to add anything, Serena?
How is everyone today?
Doing good. Who wants to go next?
Anybody wants to add?
Anybody else want to talk?
It's to come chat, not to come stare. You guys got to say stuff too,
Can I stand up? I can stand up. Okay. Hey, everyone. Oh, that's loud. Damn. My name's Brandon, as you know. I've been on the council for 3 years. I've freshly moved to Tallahassee. So I used to be in Marion County. Now I'm in Leon County. A few fun facts about myself. I joined the military right out of high school. I actually pre-enlisted. But I discovered that I'm legally blind, so I got medically discharged from the Navy, and I still volunteer here because this is honestly the best week of my life every year. I love coming. I love seeing everybody. It's a great feeling seeing people connecting with you guys, hearing your stories. You guys hear our stories. We help each other out. On that note, I'm going to pass it on to the next person. Anybody else?
Hi, everybody. Once again, I'm JJ. I live in Central Florida. I've been on the council for 1 year, and that 1 year has been amazing. All these people are so kind and accepting of me, and it feels like a true family. One of the reasons I wanted to join the FYC is because there's a stereotype of people like us that we're not capable of doing things or working at certain places when we are capable of doing such things, and we are capable of working at places. Thank you. And my goal is to change that stereotype through the FYC, through making vlogs, through the Noodle, through other things, and to tell people about what we do here, what we do at Cafe, all that type of stuff. And I'm really looking forward to talking about vlogs with you guys, me and William. We're going to talk about that later on in the session. One interesting thing about me is that I am actually a professional actor. I have worked at the Garden Theater, which is a professional theater. I played the role of Scott Farkas in A Christmas Story a few years ago there. I also do community theater. I was Olaf in Frozen. That was really fun. You know, the awesome talking snowman. So that was fun. So yeah, I look forward to talking to all of y'all. So I'm going to hand the phone to the first person who's speaking about the first subject. So who is that?
Hi everyone, my name is Chevy, as I was so kindly introduced. I actually live in Jacksonville, and I have been on the council for about 6 years. And let's see, one interesting fact that I would like to share is that I was crowned Miss Wheelchair Florida in 2018.
That was a big flex on us.
Being part of the council, one of my favorite things is actually getting to speak. I like it. It's lots of fun, and we are able to kind of travel as one. We're a big family, like JJ noted there, and so when we're together, we feel really brave. So it works out nice. So the first thing that we are going to talk about when it comes to the Florida Youth Council is how to join. Obviously, like many groups, you've got to put in some time and some hard work. And one of the big things is being able to simply fill out that application. Our application is really easy, but you still have to fill it out. So that's the first really big thing, is getting that done. I'm going to let Serena elaborate a little bit about that.
I have a question. Who here wants to join the youth council?
We accept between disabled youth and emerging leaders between the ages of 15 and 30. If you're between 15 and 30, live in Florida, and have a disability, raise your hand.
A couple of people. So for those people, I'm going to explain how to join that. It's actually a really simple process. All you got to do is go to our website, the FloridaYouthCouncil.org, and then you just click on Become a Member, and you just fill out a couple questions again, a few little references not from your family, and then get an interview with us, and we'll tell you if you're fit to be on the council.
Thank you, Serena. And I'm just going. And I'm just going to add one more thing. That application is on our website. It's a PDF, and you print it and fill it out, and you can mail it to the Family Cafe office, fax it, or even email it to our youth advisor directly if you know how to scan it in and such. So, yeah. And we are currently accepting new members, except for I think we have enough representation right now in the Jacksonville area. Sorry.
Other things that we do as a council, we also here, like as you see, we're representing ourselves during the Family Cafe, being one of the bigger events that's held in Florida. One of the events we have ourselves is the Youth Summit. This year is the 15th, I guess. 14th. All right, it's the 14th annual Youth Summit. Me myself, I've been to all 13, and now this being the 14th. Hey, it's a long time being on the council. I'll admit it. All 14 years going on 14 years have been a roller coaster of fun. I've seen members come and go between different ages, different reasons, different parts of the county, I've had so many relationships. I've met so many people in all these years, and a lot of it is during cafe, and now this event as well. That's the summit. This one is built around the same. I kind of say the parameters as we do cafe, but it's more guided towards the youth, being the 15 to 30 age group, as we say that our council is made of. What we try to do is aim the event to be towards them and about them, rather it being a parental thing in which the parents have to teach the youth. It's something directed to them, and it's simplified in a way that they can understand. And a lot of the things that we try to do with it is to focus a lot on the socializing part of it, because a lot of the times, and as you see here, we say that we like to be together and be a family, but as you guys know, one person's voice can do something, but when you have multiple people talking at once, you get heard way more when it's just one person. So when we do these events and we all get together and we're talking about all the things that bother us, not only do we get to do it as a council, we get to hear the people who attend these events, because the more you come to them, the more you tell us, the more we want to make a difference too. Hence why we want you guys to join us, because I'm not going to be on the council forever. Derek's not going to be forever. We want you to take our spots. We want you to advocate the way we advocate for you guys, and that's the goal of it all at the end of the day. Anybody else want to add to that?
You haven't talked at all.
I haven't talked. Do you want to stand? Hi, my name is John Howard. I live in Tallahassee. I've been on the Florida Youth Council for 3 years. One reason I wanted to join was to help people with disabilities. Something interesting about me is I work with horses at Hands and Hearts up in Thomasville, Georgia.
Hi, my name is Shelly. I live in the Panhandle of Florida, and one reason why I joined is to advocate for myself and others, and to be independent. My favorite thing about the council is the noodle. I like writing about the noodles. Something interesting about me, I work at my church preschool to include a little girl with special needs.
Hi, my name is William Napella. I live in Nashville with my mom. Alright, so my name is William Napella. I'm 19 years old. I live with my mom, my dad, and two young brothers, JT and Frank. My two dogs are Red and Rocky. They love me. I like to play baseball for my culture team. I play golf with my brother JT. I like to play soccer too. My team is the Raptors. I also paddleboard for Special Olympics. I paddle for 1 mile beyond race. As you can see, I love sports. I love race rides because I like riding horses. I ride Marshall. Then I like to work at race rides, and so sometimes I groom the horses among the stalls, and I planted the garden. I love to dance. I was member of the tennis for 3 years, and I also took private lessons. I learned the false rod, swing, waltz, and salsa. My favorite is the false rod. You should see me dance. I have to stop because of COVID-19. I hope to begin dancing again soon. Um, let's see here. I like to walk. I like walk at Turkey Creek, again to the park to shoot hoops. I love taking pictures. I took a classes to teach me how to use my camera. My favorite thing to take pictures of are signs. I joined the Florida Youth Council to learn and have fun. I want to learn to speak up and advocate for my rights and to go to college, get wife, and live independently. I like traveling to Orlando and meeting new people. My favorite thing is vlog for the Florida Youth Council. I vlog about everything: horseback riding, paddleboarding, soccer, baseball, taking pictures, and all the fun things I do. Check out all ours on YouTube.com. Thank you.
All right, and I'll be talking about one of the things we do as a on the FYC is that we all do vlogs, and a vlog is a video we put on our YouTube page. The Florida Youth Council is the name of our YouTube page. You should subscribe. I'd recommend subscribing. I'll talk a little bit about what our vlogs are and how we go through the process of vlogs. First thing is prep. Or what I personally do, I write out a little script, and then I make sure everything is grammatically correct. I go over it, read through it, make sure everything's good, and then the next step would be filming it. I try doing it a couple different ways, seeing which way work, which camera angle, all that type of stuff, and also do my own. I do lighting. I have little lights I got for the vlogs, and one of my favorite things to do is sometimes we pick our topic for the vlog, and so I like to pick topics that I'm really passionate about and that I can really relate to. And so that's one of the things I do that helps me with the vlogs. And then the next process would be to film it, record it, and then we send it out. And then we get approval, see if it's good, see if we need to change anything, if we need to add anything. And sometimes we do, and sometimes we go back and film it again. And in my opinion, vlogs are a really fun process because you get to hear what you need to change, what you need to do about it. And it lets people know about certain situations. Like I did one on bullying and how bullying is bad. And I think 200 or 300-ish people have seen that video, and so now 200 or 300-ish people know that bullying can affect a person in a bad way, because that was the topic for the vlog. And obviously you should never bully, you should be kind to everybody, and that's what I said in the vlog. And yeah, I think I've covered everything. Also, make sure to follow us on our Facebook. The Florida Youth Council is also our Facebook page. So look us up on Facebook. Give us the likes, comment, share your thoughts with us. We'd appreciate it. And I believe I'm passing it on to John Howard now.
We'll talk about the summit. Yeah, the summit. I think it's for Florida Youth Council. We did the summit, but first we're doing the cafe. So it's for people with disabilities, and the summit is just in July and down in Orlando, and just on July 30th to 31st.
Okay. As you guys know, I'm Brandon, but I'm going to try to elaborate a little bit more on the summit, on what we do. We have, how many sessions do we have normally at the session?
It's 3 rounds of 3.
Okay, so we have 3 rounds of 3 sessions, and each session's a different topic.
There's 3 going on each hour, and they can choose which one they want to go to.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Am I saying that again? You can just let Derek.
Right. Yeah, sorry.
We'll just let Derek explain that.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to take over, Brandon. But yeah, we put on sessions. It's actually very similar to the Family Cafe conference down here, except it's geared strictly for youth and put on by youth. And we have a couple of keynotes. Like I was just saying, in case you couldn't hear me, we do 3 rounds of sessions with 3 each hour to choose from one of the days. So basically, like there's 3 going on at the same time, and they can choose which one they want to go to for that hour. So, and then also we have and there's sometimes we do some little icebreaker activities, and we've done some like craft activities for incorporated into it. And then also our big finale every year, though, which we always have a big dance party on Saturday night. I actually have not heard yet if we're actually going to be able to do that this year because of COVID such, but that's traditionally how it goes, and it's just a day and a half, and it's strictly for youth. The parents are welcome to come for about the first half of the opening keynote, and then we literally kick you out. We say, go enjoy the mall, and it's basically vacation for the parents. Yeah, and I got the application right here if you want it. So. And it's held here in Orlando, across town at the Florida Hotel is where it is. So, yeah. And actually, I guess while I got the mic, I'll go on and tell you about a couple of other projects we've done. Over the years, we've done several little projects here and there. One thing I was going to talk about was a few years ago, we created an IEP guide. It's called Navigating Your IEP. And it was basically an effort just to get youth with disabilities more involved in their own IEP. Like, it's not just for the teacher to decide or the parent to run the meeting. Like, we talk about how to get more involved, the student can get more involved in their actual meeting and how to speak up. And we wrote it in very plain English. I believe it was we wrote it on a 3rd or 4th grade reading level, so it was very, very easy to follow. And we actually have a couple of copies here. And we have a whole bunch more at our booth, and we have a link to a PDF version of it on our website if you want to check it out. So that's one thing we've done. And who thinks they'd like a copy right now, since I have a couple in my hand? Who was that? I heard something. Yeah. Here you go, buddy. Sorry. Oh, is there another one? Okay. I'm sorry. Yes, here you go. I only brought like 3 or 4 down, but there's plenty more at our booth in the exhibit hall. So, okay. Yeah. Actually, would you just run it to them real quick? Yeah. There. One last one. There you go. Okay. So, actually, I'll let somebody else go, and then should I go on top of the book now? Or you want to do the book? Okay. All right, now I'm going to turn it over to Josh to talk about another project we did a few years back, which actually he's our only remaining member that was actually a part of this project when it was actually done. So I'll hand it over to him.
All right, so like we were saying, from the many other projects we did in the past, we were published. We were able to do a book from other members that are no longer on the council, me being one of the last members on the council that were on this book. The book is called Taking the World by Storm. We have it for sale at the booth for $10. This is a book comprised of different points of views of poems, short stories, and for instance, with Maya, I put different things of the every life of what it is to be visually impaired and colorblind, from getting dressed to getting ready for a date and stuff like that. So I have pretty funny things in here. Things so you can know as well about me, so you would know that, I'm not gonna say it was in the book, so you can know. So you get interested in buying it. One of the things about me, I work as a dog groomer and a behaviorist as well. I work as a behaviorist. I groom all the bad doggies, which means the doggies that don't like the nails trimmed, doggies don't like to be petted, and the doggies that don't go to pet, when you go to pick them up at Petco, they tell you that they cannot come back. I'm the one that grooms that. So the same with it, me being visually impaired and all that, I got in the profession because with my disability, I have issues looking at people's faces. I can't clearly see the structure of a person's face. So one of the things that I learned, even being in the council, when I started, I didn't know where I wanted to do, what I really felt I was good at. But with other members during the time when I first started, I wasn't so open and talking, and I didn't understand how to read people, but I understood how to read situations. So throughout the years, I started to notice that I might not be able to see people's faces, but I can understand what's going on. And it worked the same with animals. And little by little, someone took an opportunity on me after I finished school, and I am where I am now. And that was a lot on having a lot of patience, hanging out with, being around people, and sharing that same amount of patience that at times I didn't have, because one of the things with having disabilities is having a short fuse, because we all hate having to repeat ourselves. We all hate having to tell someone why we can't do something or explain to them that we can do it, just we can't do it their way. Or just because we did it once doesn't mean we can do it all the time. So when doing that profession, like I said, being a behaviorist with animals, a lot of people think, yeah, well, my dog behaves at home. And it's the same thing as when how you act at school and how you act at home. It's the same thing. How you act when your parents are looking at you, it's not the same thing as when you act when they're not looking at you. That's the same thing as it works with animals. But I learned that, and I found that profession that was perfect for me, that the animal is always going to be honest with me. He's not going to lie to me and tell me, oh, I don't like your eyes today, or it's not going to bully me. He's just going to bully me because he doesn't want me to touch him. That's the most honest job that I can find, and it's comfortable for me. And I learned that, and it took almost, I want to say being on the council, it took almost 13 years for me to find a profession that I felt most comfortable in an environment that I felt that I can grow. And being on the council as well was something that even helped me, like I said, in my personal life with the profession that I have. All right, I will pass it to JJ again.
All right, hello. And another responsibility of being on the FYC, we have to write noodles, and my friend Michelle is going to talk about that.
Yes, once a month we have to write a noodle, and they give us a certain topic, like this coming up noodle is what series kept us occupied during quarantine.
Okay. So basically, when it comes to our noodle, we kind of discuss like disability topics. Of course, we kind of every month we will have like a particular topic that all of our members will try to at least write about. So if we wrote about something like, about our pet, or we wrote something about, like Dr. Seuss, or any other topic that we can discuss and able to at least get to learn more about us even more, that kind of be able to at least publish that out, to at least people can understand and learn about us, at least maybe on a little bit personal level, maybe not too personal, but at least on a personal level, that at least you can understand and get to know about our members a little bit better. When I joined the council, I've known these guys since 2012, but I joined in like 6 years later. And the thing is, with what they have done, before I joined, was one of the biggest accomplishments that they pushed was the initiative of the Senate Bill 856. Now, how many of you guys know what that is or have heard about it? Nobody. So, so what Senate Bill 856, I wasn't there, but it was a bill that was was made into law by Governor Charlie Crist, who was the then governor back then. He passed it into law to have public school systems to have disability history and awareness to be taught in those schools in all grade levels. And it was supposed to happen on the first 2 weeks of October. Now, the only catch is that it's only optional. It's not required. And we wanted to at least build upon that. Am I saying that correctly, right? Okay, so because I know that Josh, you were there during the time when it was signing, of course. So I don't know, were you there, Christina, too? Okay, no, so it was only Josh. So that we're trying to build, or at least try to at least build upon that type of initiative, and hopefully that maybe we can maybe have like, instead of a disability history and awareness for a couple of weeks, maybe we could try to push into a month, because I know we have, Black History Month, we have Pride Month, which is this month, and then we have Hispanic Heritage Month, but we also have, we need to have like a Disability History and Awareness Month, of course. So at least it's something that we can discuss, important parts of American history that's constantly been ignored for so many years. The 504 March that happened during the 1970s, Judith Heumann was a part of that initiative. And of course, that led to the ADA being passed in the 1990s. And without that, honestly, none of us would probably not even, have a cafe like this before, if it wasn't for those civil rights leaders that actually, able to push their ideas and able to push for a positive future. So, and without that, we will not be able to do type of events like this. So, and of course, Family Cafe is also going to be a part of that history as well. And so, and the Florida Youth Council is going to be a part of that history as well. So, either way, the fact of the matter is that, all of us are here for a reason. And sometimes, people will think that, well, just because I have a disability, it's a liability. It's not. If anybody ever went to the Mikey Rogue session, one of the things that I definitely remember was that you got to look at your disability as an asset instead of a liability, because unfortunately we live in a society that is kind of a bit ableist in a way. We live in a society where unfortunately there are people that are being discriminated just because you have something, just because I have, I have autism, so I struggled how to read. I struggled how to write when I was young. I didn't speak a word until I was 4. And so my mother, when she brought me here to cafe when I was a baby, I didn't really know what it was or what autism was. Well, because of course I was a baby. You're not gonna really know too much, but ever since then, when I had to overcome those struggles, it took me a lot of speech therapy. It took me a lot of, patience. It took me a lot of, a little nip in the butt to try to at least get as far as where I am now, because a lot of people, especially teachers, they didn't think that I was even going to make it through high school. And now I have 2 degrees now. So, yeah. So what I want to leave you with this is that every single one of us here, regardless if you have a disability or not, we're brought here on this earth for a reason. And even if it takes the rest of your life, trust me, you will owe it to yourself to find out what that reason is. So if you make me a promise, promise me that you will find out what that reason is. So. Anybody else?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All right, buddy. Before we leave tonight, I want to ask some few questions. Before everybody leave, then just please attack Shizzy. Of course, George. Please attack her, please. Thank you.
What do you say?
Spend time with us. Talk to us. That's what he's saying. So yeah. But yeah. As a FIC member, as I was talking about the vlogs earlier, and as Alex was saying that that we can, through like the Noodle and vlogs, you get to know us more and get to see the real us, not just us up here, not just us advocating or something like that. Like us, the real us, and what we like to do, our likes, dislikes, all that type of stuff. And I do suggest going to YouTube page and looking at the vlogs and going And looking at the noodle, we actually have a noodle right here. If anyone would want one, just raise your hand. And if you, all right, I'll hand this to you then. Here you go. Do we have any others? That was the only one? Okay. Well, there's more at our booth if you would like to check that out later. Derek, did you want to? Christina. Okay.
So yeah, we and like we kind of, I think we've all kind of emphasized, we're just kind of, we're a council, but we're also, and we're kind of become one large, we're part of the family. We kind of think of that. We're all council members. We do our responsibilities that we signed up for when we were accepted on as a member, but like we are truly kind of become friends, and we look out for each other, so we can all, because we have different disabilities, might have different kinds of disabilities, but like they're all the same as far as thing. And that actually reminds me, a few years ago, one last project that we did was we did a video montage of, it was called A Day in the Life, and we filmed each other, or not each other, but we filmed ourselves, sorry, just doing normal things in our daily life that we have to do every day, just to show that disabled people have to do the same stuff able-bodied people do. Like, we have to go to school, we have to go to work, we have to do this and that. So, yeah, so we almost forgot to mention that, because that was probably been 10 years ago since we did it, but close to. But it's floating out there on YouTube too, if you want to check it out. But yeah, we're just one family. Like, we watch out for each other. We have each other's backs, and like we do what we're supposed to for the council. But like when we're all together like this, whether it be for cafe or summit or one of our quarterly meetings where we meet mid-year, like once after the business part's done, a lot of times hang out after hours just on our own, because we want to see each other and talk and all that kind of stuff. So but we're here to take your questions. We got about 14 minutes left, I think. So does anybody have a question for us that we didn't cover? What? Oh, yes. Oh, like for our meetings? Yes. One of our things is we have a monthly conference call meeting, and actually when I first started, we did it on a telephone conference call type call, but actually as of late, yeah, and then we switched to a thing called Google Hangouts, but for about the last year and a half or so, we've been using Zoom. So we do our meetings, our monthly meetings on Zoom, and we have an ongoing group text chat, group chat text going on, like where our youth advisor communicates with us, or if one of us needs something that everybody should know about. It's mostly our youth advisor remind us to get our stuff in on time for our noodle, and because she has to get it prepped once everybody sends us the article. So yeah, we stay in connection with each other, even though we might not see each other, but two times a year is actually our only guaranteed right now, because we're going to see each other at Family Cafe and at our youth summit. But our funding's been a little iffy lately, so we don't always get a face-to-face in between the two guaranteed. We're close to it. We're spread out. We have a lot of we have like 3 or 4 members at the moment in the Jacksonville, Duval area. We have 2 members up in Tallahassee, Big Bend, and one of our newest members is over in Northwest Florida, Niceville area. We got one in St. Pete, Tampa area, and Orlando. What we're actually lacking is kind of south of Orlando, Miami, that area. So if anybody's from down that way and is interested, we could use some representation down south. Yeah. So but we're spread out. So yeah. Yes, we're always accepting new members. Like we said earlier, just go online, fill out the application, and send it into the Family Cafe office, and we'll be in touch with you. You want to add something, Serena? Oh, yes. Sorry, this light's kind of a little bit. Oh, James, yes. James, can you just lift it up so we can hear you better?
To the honest truth, me being one of the oldest members, I honestly we've never really run into other councils that had anything. We've run into people who had not even people into events similar, like the Youth Leadership Forum, which is in Tallahassee. They have something like that, but not like how the council and how we direct our message towards a certain demographic between 15 and 30, and how we do the summit and stuff like that. It's a little different. So having it being us being in a council, myself, I don't remember a time when we ran into an actual group from a different state that has something like this. And to be honest, me coming from Puerto Rico, when I came to Cafe, seeing a conference on disabilities was big enough. So when I found out about the council, that was just icing on the cake to me. But yeah, I don't remember a time that we really ran into anything like that, James.
That's also the one thing that for what we're trying to do is we definitely want to network with other companies and other organizations, especially when it comes to disability related. But at the end of the day, we're not trying to like reinvent the wheel. We're just trying to see what we can push or at least expand a little bit more for at least helping with people with disabilities. Because I was in contact with someone, a friend of mine, knows an organization that's up in Great Britain. But the thing is, it's kind of like, you know, even though we never really gone as far, like even out of the state or even out of the country to try to at least we can collaborate on certain things. And that's what we will love to do. We will love to at least work with other organizations from different states. We want to work with other organizations from, you know, not just in the state of Florida, but also like, you know, throughout the country as well. But honestly, even though like we're a relatively small group, but at least we'll try to at least expand upon, not just by membership, but also at least be a stepping stone to where we want to go. So, yes.
So it's actually been a privilege to watch you guys come together this weekend, and Mickey Rose spoke this morning about being courageous, and I just see each of you encouraging each other to be courageous and to move forward. On that note, where do you see the council going? Like, what is your vision for the council?
Well, most of us, since, you know, like, even though like there's a diversity of thought, like not everybody's going to agree on what vision that they want. But for me personally, I just want to make sure that I wanted to leave a legacy that I'm trying to not say fulfill, but I'm trying to leave a legacy that I would, you know, hopefully be remembered that I have done all I can as a member of the council and making sure that my initiative or our initiative to actually keep moving forward and keep helping people with disabilities, you know, regardless, you know, like what part of the state that you live in. Because even though we may not have any representation, well, of course, like we would love to have representation down in Miami-Dade or down in, you know, Fort Myers area or even the Keys, but at least, you know, if we can able to find members in those areas, it's a start. So the only important thing is for all of us is just that we had to communicate, because if you don't communicate and try to at least, you know, give the good word out, then we're not really going to be doing much of we're not really going to get far in what we wanted to do. So, but you want to say something? No? Okay. Good, Sabrina.
One of my visions for the future, I look at this council and what do I see? Not just my friends, but the future leaders of tomorrow. So one of the reasons I'm on the council is so that one day I could be the inspiration that the youth council that I can pass on my wisdom so that no one else has to go through the same problems I went through.
Oh, this light is blinding me, y'all. It's blinding. However, one of the most important things that I see with the council is, without telling my age, the younger generation learning from the older. That's how I think lots of groups should run. But specifically this one, it's super important because there's a huge age gap, 15 to 30, that's a lot. So the idea and the hope for me and the vision is, let's teach the ones that are coming up so that by the time they get here, they will feel confident, they'll be brave to do all the things that we've been doing, but this time on their own.
Hi, everyone. My goal through the Florida Youth Council is to, as I said in the beginning, change the stereotype of that people with disabilities can't do anything. Because clearly we can. We wouldn't be here if we couldn't do anything, if we couldn't work hard and do all that stuff. And so I want to change that. And I think teaching people about our history, about the 2 weeks Disability History and Awareness Weeks in October, and I think teaching people about our history, what we went through, all the laws that were passed, everything like that. I think if my age group of kids learned those things, I think those stereotypes would slowly fade away and people would be more accepting. So that is my ultimate goal through the FYC. That is what I want to do. I want to make my age group and my friends and acquaintances and other people that are around my age to be more accepting of people like us and just to be kind to everybody, disability or not,
So I guess we are running out of time, or actually we're out of time right now. But if you guys have any more questions that you want to ask us, we will be down at our booth in the exhibit hall. We're really right next to we're right at the same spot as the Family Cafe booth. So we'll be in the Regency. Is it Regency R or Regency T? T. Well, Regency T. So you'll probably find us there. So. Yeah, only in the exhibit hall. But we appreciate all you guys for coming. Thank you. We hope you enjoy the rest of your day here at Family Cafe and enjoy your time here at the Orlando Regency. So thank you. Oh, and our booth number is 216? 616. 616. Thank you.